My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine and the most caring doctor in medicine. After more than 30 years at high level in medicine, Dr. B wants to remind you to never, ever, ever forget that Dr. B genuinely loves you and Dr. B genuinely cares about you. And I swear to God, I say this from the bottom of my heart. Today, Dr. B wants to tell you about the placebo effect, to remind you of this extremely powerful placebo effect. This placebo effect is one of the most powerful psychological effects on your brain. Placebo effect. This is a psychological phenomenon in which when you give a sugar pill, no medication, no supplement, nothing, just a little pill made of sugar, right? A little capsule. You empty the medication, you fill it up with sugar, you give it to the person, and you tell the person, you know what? If you eat this capsule tonight, you're going to sleep good. And guess what? About 20% of people who take that sugar pill and who suffer from insomnia actually are definitely going to sleep good after they take that sugar pill. 20% of people who suffer from anxiety, if you give them a sugar pill, right? No anti-anxiety medication in that capsule. You open the capsule, you empty the medication, but you fill it up, the capsule, with sugar. And you give it to that person suffering from anxiety disorder, right? And then, wow, 20% of the people who suffer from anxiety disorder, their anxiety disorder will disappear if every day they take that little sugar pill. It tells you about the powerful effect that we call the placebo effect. If somebody is convinced that the little pill that he or she is taking is going to cure her depression or his depression, her anxiety disorder, then 20% of those people, it will definitely work. Same thing for impotence, right? If you give a sugar pill, you take 100 adults who suffer from impotence, right? I'm not talking about the adults who have a certain advanced age with diabetes, high blood pressure, whose penile artery, the artery that feeds blood to your penis, is completely occluded. No more blood can go in your penis. Obviously, you are impotent. Or those people who had prostate surgery and who suffer from erectile dysfunction. I'm talking about the young or advanced age adults or teenager who suffer from impotence, right? In 90%, 99% of these cases are psychological impotence. In 80% of these people, if you give them a sugar pill, their impotence will disappear the night they have sex with their girlfriend or their wife. Oh my God, look at that, the sugar, the pill, that the guy doesn't know that you gave him a sugar pill. He thinks you gave him a new Viagra, right? And 80% of these psychological impotence they will just disappear, right? It's because of the placebo effect. Now that you know how powerful this placebo effect is to reverse a psychological condition, whether it is anxiety, whether it is depression, whether it is stress, whether it is insomnia, whether it is impotence or frigidity in women, right? If you take 100 women who suffer from anorgasmia, right? You give them a sugar pill, 95% of these women who suffer from anorgasmia, suddenly they're going to have 10 orgasms in a night and back-to-back orgasm. They're going to become multi-orgasmic. Now, obviously, I'm exaggerating, but this is the scientific evidence. This is the proof that tells you about the power of the placebo effect. The power of the placebo effect has been evaluated for decades in medicine and health sciences, and it is no longer a theory, it is a fact of science. The placebo effect is a fact of science. But obviously, it doesn't work in 100% of those people with that given condition, but it worked in a lot of percentage in those people who suffer that condition, because a lot of the times people who suffer from mental issues, psychological issues like depression, anxiety, insomnia, right? It is just a psychological disorder, right? The 30-year-old healthy man who suffers from a premature ejaculation or erectile dysfunction, right? Or the 25-year-old young woman who suffers from lack of orgasm, anorgasmia, she has just a psychological condition, and in those cases, the percentage of cases that can be relieved by the placebo effect is super high, to the order of 80, 90, 100%, right? But the reason why I'm talking about the placebo effect, not only, of course, to bring you awareness of this medical psychological effect, but also to make you understand that it's not because your neighbor took a certain supplement and suddenly his or her insomnia, anxiety, erectile dysfunction disappeared, that you need to go on the same route. Remember that there are an estimated 391,000 species of plants on Earth. 391,000 species of plants on Earth. And each species of plants produces hundreds of different chemical compounds. And the scientists still don't know what these chemical compounds do. And don't forget that this is just as of today, October 2025. Every year, new species of plants are being discovered, new species of insects are being discovered, new species of molds are being discovered, new species of bacteria and viruses are being discovered, right? So this is just a temporary number. And in every plant, these thousands of chemical compounds, humanity doesn't know what the catso they do. But we know that the pharmaceutical industry, right, and the supplement industry is going all around the globe to find this miraculous medication or supplement that will make your impotence disappear, that will make your heart failure disappear, that will make your boobs get bigger, your wrinkles disappear, your hair grow again, your penis become harder than when you were 20 years young. I mean, it's unbelievable what the pharmaceutical industry and the supplement industry are doing to try to find this miracle drug that will supposedly cure this and cure that and do this and do that. But remember to never forget that it is not because your neighbor took a supplement, an herb or a certain vitamin, and suddenly his penis got bigger, or suddenly he sleeps better, or suddenly his anxiety disappeared, that you need to take the same shit. You need to always go with the science. You need to go with what has been scientifically proven. You need to go with the scientific evidence and dismiss any supplement, any vitamin, any products that has not been proven scientifically, right, beyond the placebo effect, to have any actual health benefit for you. So make sure you do not fall into the trap of this placebo effect, and make sure that you go with the science. The internet, right, is full full of millions and millions and millions of cases of medical misinformation and medical disinformation. So make sure that you find your medical information with people on websites, with people who, like Dr. B, are genuine scientists who have pledged and took the Hippocratic Oath and will honor their Hippocratic Oath and will never lie to you and will only bring you the scientific evidence, the proof in medicine, and will never put your interest below my interest. My interest will always be below your benefit and interest because I took the Hippocratic Oath. And I will always bring the scientific evidence in medicine. I apologize. Every scientific publication for the last 200 years, billions of scientific journals and articles and studies and research in medicine, surgery, healthcare, biology, biochem, everything, pharmacology, everything is here. If it's not here, it is fake. If it's not here, it is quackery. If it is not here, it is snake oil. Be very, very careful about that. I love you guys. Make sure you watch for the placebo effect. Don't fall in the trap of these scammers, of these so-called influencers. Make sure you watch for medical misinformation and disinformation online. Go with the actual doctor, the real scientist, like for instance Dr. B. Dr. B loves you. I promise that I will always uphold your benefit. I will always love you regardless of your gender, ethnicity, color of your skin, political affiliation, sexual orientation. I don't give a cazzo whether you claim to be a man or woman or anything in between. I'm a doctor. I have to love all of you guys regardless. Thank you very much for your viewership. Thank you very much for your messages of love, affection, encouragements. Thank you for helping me to grow this channel. I hope, God knows, but I'm really hoping to be able to reach more people so that I can expand my knowledge and spread it to more people to help everybody to grow older, healthy, and in good shape. Remember, I didn't open my YouTube channel a few months back for the money, for the fame, for the glory. I made a lot of money at our cardiovascular clinic. I don't need more money with this YouTube channel. And I have a lot of love and glory from my patient. I am their king. They love me. I am like their son, like their brother, like their father. I mean, they just love me. I'm not here for that. I'm here to spread my knowledge and to be a counterweight, countermeasure to all this medical disinformation and misinformation that I see online. And this is my mission. This is why I opened my YouTube channel. I love you guys. Kopkun Makmak, Kopkun Nakrap, Sawadee Krap. Put your comments, your question, any katso you want to ask down there. I promise I will get back to all of you as soon as I have the time in my busy but beautiful life. May God bless you all and keep you always healthy and successful, and hopefully healthy with the help also of Dr. B. I love you guys. I hope to talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.